Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The Oregon number 6 Oregon Ducks goes in to Beaver Stadium. Shocks the number 3 Penn State Nittany Lions by the score of 30-24 in double overtime. James Franklin, coaching in his 12th season at Penn State, is now 4-21 against top 10 opponents. 4-21. I tweeted, is he ever going to win a big, meaningful game? Well, he went to the college football play. All I know is that he's 4-21. Now, y'all think, is that acceptable?
Nah.
Is that now? All I know is when I grew up, Penn State was a big thing. Joe Pa, rest his soul, they won.
Yeah.
And more times than not, he won games like that. Go back and look at that 87 national championship game against Miami. They had no business winning that game. Mm-hmm. You look at what Miami had as far as Testaverde and Jerome Brown and Danny Stubbs and all those guys.
Yeah.
Penn State had no business whatsoever winning that game. And Penn State was known to win games like that.
Right.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they beat Georgia one year for the national championship, or they kept Georgia from winning the national championship. I'm just shocked that somehow he will find a way to lose to Ohio State. He'll find a way somehow, Johnny, to lose a game. You're like, okay, they're at home. They're going to win this one. Oh, they got this one in the bag. And he'll F it up.
Yeah. I mean, they were close all game, Johnny and Unc. It was a very good game, a very defensive game. Obviously, I'm confused as to where all the stars. There's always every team always, especially like Penn State, there's always a star. Nobody stood out. I think everyone's somewhat even, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for one or two players that stand out and make a difference in that game, and nobody stood out to me. So at that point, it all comes down to the coaching. It all comes down to decision making in an important situation on who make the fewest mistakes that was going to win that game.
I think
I'm not impressed with that quarterback.
Exactly. You look at number 1-5, 14-25 for 137, 2 touchdowns and a pick. You go to their running back, their rush game, leading rusher, 12 carries, 54 yards. You go to their leading receiver, 4 catches, 48 yards. That ain't enough on that side of the ball. That ain't going to get you a win.
Yeah.
It really isn't. We're talking about 15 being a guy. Can he go to the league? Is he the best quarterback in his class? Is the guy who showed flashes last year? You don't want to step up and be that guy in that situation, man. 137 ain't it. You're supposed to have that in a quarter in college. A whole game, a double overtime?
Thank you. So you get extra possessions in overtime. You played a game in 2 extra possessions, and you had 137 yards passing. So you're at home against Oregon, and I'm supposed to believe that you're a top pick. I don't know.
Here's the thing, though, too. Here's what I'm thinking about it as well, though. Let's look back to last year. Oregon played Ohio State early on. Great game.
Yes.
Comes down, and then you look what happens in the playoff. Completely different thing. So I respect James Franklin. I like him as a coach, as a human being, as a program leader. I understand in big situations, 4-21, there's something going on there where you get nervous or you tighten up or get a little whatever it is. 4-21 in big games, come on. You throw darts at a wall blindfolded and hit more of 4 than 21. What are we talking about? But at the end of the day, you can look at this as we played the number 6 team in the country really tough. And if we see them again, come on. It's all about perspective and how you handle this loss.
But here's the thing: you at home.
I agree. Don't get no better.
I didn't think Oregon was going to beat Ohio State. They lost on a 2-point conversion. Ohio State at Oregon. What the hell you think that was going to happen if you meet on a neutral site? What happened?
Yeah.
The doors blowed off them. If Oregon meet Penn State on a neutral site, again, if that's fortunate enough to happen,
right,
doors blown off. Because they still got Penn State. They still got Ohio State. They still got Michigan on the schedule.
Yeah.
So are we sure? They already got one loss early in the season. Are we sure? Are we sure Penn State, when it's all said and done, is going to be there, Johnny? You sure?
I mean, look, next week, UCLA, bop, bop. Northwestern, bop.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Easy.
Okay. Maybe they give you
Oh, they're going to lose one of them, Johnny. That's Penn State. That's James Franklin. He's going to lose one of them.
You come down to a matchup versus Ohio State. And for me, I ain't as confident as you sound in Ohio State's quarterback play. They're good as a team, as a unit. You rely on your D. You got the receivers. You got the pieces. I ain't as confident in them as most people are. And then look, you got Indiana, Michigan State, Nebraska, Rutgers. Nebraska, I mean,
where do they play Nebraska
at home?
Yeah, they probably win that one.
So I mean, you go through it. You have a loss versus Ohio State. You run the rest of the table. You have 2 losses. And you're Penn State. You're at 3 right now. You end up in the top 12 for sure. For sure.
You might be right. The question is, what does Ohio State look like when it's all said and done? How many losses does Oregon have when it's all said and done? I don't believe, let's just say for the sake of argument, Oregon runs the table. Does Oregon play Ohio State in the regular season, or they can only play in the championship game? They're getting ready to do away with championship games.
They do not play Oregon this year.
Okay, let's just say everybody's undefeated. I don't believe they're taking
Ohio
3
State
teams
has
out
a
of the Big
cakewalk.
Ten.
Illinois.
Whoa.
Illinois look good.
Illinois not a cakewalk.
Okay.
That's going to be a good game.
Give you that. That's a good game. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, Michigan to end the season. They don't lose more than 2. They're in.
True.
Right.
That Michigan game is going to be tough. I don't know what it is. Michigan seems to summons up the
Something
super
in the air.
It doesn't matter. They find a way to play to scratch, claw, and dig out a win against Ohio State. No matter how talented Ohio State is, Michigan somehow finds a way to win that game.
It's been there. We see it every year. It happens.
Yeah.
But I'm just surprised that James Franklin, think about all the times, Johnny and Ocho, that we've seen Penn State have a superior team only to lose. Drew Aller, look, he might turn out to be one of the greatest Penn State quarterback in the NFL, and that ain't saying much because Penn State ain't had a whole lot of great quarterbacks in the NFL. You go back to Chuck Fasana and you go back to Todd Blackledge, Kerry Collins, no disrespect, Kerry Collins might be the best. But he does not impress me. As my grandma used to say, he doesn't razz my berry. I get nothing. I get nothing. I get nothing out of that. I really don't. I'm looking at him, bro. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? And people have him rated really high, Johnny. Am I missing something?
I mean, when it comes to the quarterback position, the quarterbacks are rated when there's not much else out there. There's not much else out there.
We've been talking about the quarterback play. Even our boy Castellanos, who we were so hype about last week. I put some money on Florida State on Friday night.
Oh,
that ain't it. That was tough. They're sick. They're back to the drawing board.
Yeah. I think Florida State might have been feeling themselves a little too much.
You see what happens, Ocho, when expectations come? When they played Alabama, they didn't have no expectations.
Right.
Nobody. Now all of a sudden they're undefeated, they're on the road, and now you have some expectations.
Yeah.
Could Florida State make the college football playoff? Mm-hmm. Now you start to have expectations. No one had expectations from Florida State until they did what they did to Alabama.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, damn, to that?
Right.
Man, look, I don't get it. Like I said, Penn State 4-21. 4-21. Penn State is 4-21 against top 10 opponents. And it's not like they haven't been ranked in the top 10 their damn self. So it's not like all of a sudden that's a top 10 opponent and we're unranked or we're 20, we're 25. Penn State a lot of time is ranked in the top 10 their damn self.
Mm-hmm.
Look, maybe they're afraid they can't find anybody else than James Franklin, but I'm not so sure that he would have been able to be at any other institution this long with the pedigree that an institution has as long as Penn State. I'm shocked. I am absolutely shocked that he's been able to be there this long. You're not going to be at Alabama. You're not going to be at Georgia. You're not going to be at any of these Ohio State with that. No, sir. No way. No way, no how. 4-21, and you lose it to Ohio State basically every year. How many times have he beat Ohio State since he's been there? Once?
I think you get a little bit more leniency with understanding that you are playing a superior school. You get a little bit. If you can somehow get a win, yes, you understand that Ohio State has the better players.
Here's the thing: they keep getting into the playoff. They get into the playoff and go look good and be competitive. You know That's the thing. They keep wiggling their way in, just good enough, bare minimum type stuff. So when you do that and you look back at the season as somebody who's overseeing that whole program, you're like, you know what? You don't forget about that loss versus Ohio State. You forget about that. Mm. Like, oh, we went to the playoff. Damn, a couple plays go our way here and there. Like, we're good. You look at it in that perspective. Yeah. But in reality, when you lay it out, you lay it for what it is. If you're a top program,
how many times? I think the biggest thing is this is where you measure a coach. How many times does he win a game he's not supposed to win? See, you look at Nick Saban and all the times he beat Georgia when he wasn't supposed to, or he beat an LSU when he wasn't supposed to, or he beat these teams. How many times will we go into a game and we say, man, Penn State ain't got no chance of winning this game, and they win it? They do right on cue. If it's a 50-50 ball game, they lose. So if we're looking at it and we're saying, okay, this is a game, I want to see somebody with Coach Belichick. Coach Belichick, a lot of times he's winning games like he wasn't supposed to beat the greatest show on turf. He wasn't supposed to beat the Legion of Boom. He was not supposed to go on the road and beat Patrick Mahomes. You have to win in order to get the credit that you deserve. You're going to have to win games you're not supposed to win, Ocho. Johnny, you know that.
You weren't supposed to win that Super Bowl in Atlanta.
That's how you became Johnny. If you go into Alabama and you lose, you're not Johnny football. Mm-hmm. You got to win. You won a game that you weren't supposed to win. Nobody gave you a chance. Y'all was what, 2-3 touchdown underdogs? Points.
But hey, Unc and Johnny, the funny thing about it is, obviously, sometimes coaches are supposed to win games that they shouldn't win to get the recognition. But it's hard to win games if you don't have the personnel. It's hard if they tell you to bake a cake, but you ain't got no goddamn no mix. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, so make cornbread. Make something palatable.
you know what I mean?
But I get, Ocho, you're right. But that's the thing. Is winning. Let me ask you a question. Who had the most talent? The greatest show on turf or Coach Belichick's Patriots? Yes. A game you're not supposed to win. You're undermanned.
The great ones find a way no matter what. There ain't no excuses.
Giants versus the Patriots. One team is 18-0. One team got... some argue the greatest receiver ever, the greatest quarterback ever, the greatest head coach ever.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
So sometimes you win games when you're undermanned. That's Ocho. If all I do is win when I got the best team, how good a damn coach am I?
Yeah, you're right.
Jay Franklin, at some point in time, you're going to have to win games that nobody doesn't expect you. And now you're at home. You're the number 3 seed. People were expecting you to beat Oregon because you're the high-ranked team and you home. Yeah. And somehow you find more times than not. So based on this, in 25 games against a top 10 opponent, more times than not, triple the times, quadruple the times
lost.
he's found ways to lose as opposed to winning.
Win, yeah.
And that's a problem. That is a problem.